Hi guys, today I'm doing the second video in my military story series. I did my first one and I uploaded it last Wednesday, so check that one out. I cried. Embarrassing. Anyways, I'm doing a lot better than I was last week when I made the video because obviously I only had like 2 days before I made that video, so it was still fresh, it was still new, but I mean, it's been a week and a half now and I'm better. I still get a little sad when I read the letters and when I listen to the voicemail he left me before he got to Paris Island and got off the bus, but I'm okay now. I'm doing better. I got his address Friday. They sent a typed formal letter and they explained what we could and couldn't send to him. So he left Monday and we got that letter on Friday. So a week and 3 days is what it took for us to get that formal letter, to get his address. And then the next day, which was Saturday, which was yesterday, I got 2 letters from him that he sent to his parents' house. So, and he told them to give them to me. And he needed to see, when I sent him letters, he wanted to see what the return address was because he doesn't really remember my address. So, long story short, Friday, typed formal letter, Saturday, 2 letters. So it's pretty quick. A lot quicker than I expected because I had read on some, Marine parent forums and Marine, support websites kind of that in basic training usually it takes like a good 2 to 3 weeks to get that kind of letter, but we got it pretty quick. He wrote me 2. He wrote them on the 27th and the 28th and they got here by the 31st, which was pretty cool. I mean, it didn't take that long. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. But our friends, Josh and Chelsea, had told me that our, friends that have gone through the same thing we went through, and I explained that in the first video, but they had told me that to expect the first letter to be discouraging and depressing and not good, but I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. He said he's having fun, like, in the physical aspect of it, but he, hates being away from home, and I mean, as anybody would, it's never fun to be cut off from the world like that, and that's what the military does. They break you down so they can build you up in the way that they need you to be. Your first duty is to, be a soldier, Marine, whatever it is, whatever branch you're going into, that is your first and foremost duty. Then comes your job, then comes, your daily responsibilities in your life. So you make a huge sacrifice when you go into the military, and it is not for the faint of heart. So basically he was just telling me that he's enjoying the physical aspect of it, but he does miss the everyday things that we all usually take for granted. And not only is he feeling it, he's feeling the most brutal part of it because it's easier for us at home because we're carrying on with our everyday lives. Nothing's changed except the fact that he's not here. And but we all kind of got to get a little taste of, really, and I know this is so cliche, but you don't know what you have until it's gone. You take things for granted, and when you're a couple and you get in bickering arguments and, you fight, but it's so not worth it when you really, look at the big picture. Because, he wrote in his letter, and I wrote back to him, we would both do anything, to have back the arguments, the stupid, what is even happening arguments that we had gone through. But you really you get a new concept of, don't take things for granted because you never know. And, it's a pretty powerful message that we've already gotten and has already been made very clear to us and his whole family. So it's affected everyone, in just 2 weeks. So, if you have someone who's going away or who's getting ready to go away, it will be very, very, very hard. And it's not easy, but it's so worth it. He's not even done yet, but I'm already seeing how worth it is, and it just makes me so happy that that it's such a good thing, and so much good has come out of it already, and it's only been 2 weeks, and it got a little upsetting in his letters when he was saying that, it's changing him and stuff, and, for the better, obviously, but you always want to make sure that they know that you love them no matter what. You love them before and you're going to love them after. And it doesn't matter, how much they change. You're still there for them. And when I wrote him a letter before I got to send them out, I wrote in the third or fourth day that, you know, I wanted his advice and his tips for maybe, you know, if you and your boyfriend or significant other, or girlfriend or whatever are watching this video and you want tips for, you know, and you just want an idea of what it's like on the other end, he's gonna mail me back some ideas that he has, and, you know, just different tips that he has. And he told me that, you know, he wants me to write every day. He wants me to write every single detail of every day, which I tried to do, and which is understandable. And so it's worth it. It's so worth it. I can't even stress that enough. That, and I mean, our relationship is very, I mean, we talk every day, we text every day, we're always seeing each other, we live right down the street from each other, we're together 24/7. And to go from that from the past 4 years to nothing and just letters, it's hard. But, you know, you come out with so much more than you went in with, and it's so worth it. I can't even stress it enough. And if, you know, you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever it may be, if you're talking about it and, you know, you don't want it to happen, and you're like, no, like, I'm afraid of the distance, it's hard, but it's only 3 months. I mean, if you're Marines, if you're Army, it's 9 weeks, and then if you're Navy or Air Force, I believe it's 8 weeks. But even Marines, that have the hardest basic training and the longest basic training, it's I mean, I'm already down to 11 weeks. I mean, well, if you count 13 weeks, if you count the graduation and all that, but we're already down to 11 weeks, and then next week it'll be 10. So it's so worth it. And don't look at it in days, because that's not good, because then it's longer. But if you look at it in weeks, and, you know, just give yourself things to look forward to at the end of the week. You know, I just got full time, and I don't have to work weekends anymore. First time I don't have to work weekends since I've been 16 years old, and now I'm 18. So it's lovely that I don't have to work weekends anymore. You know, I'm looking forward to Fridays. I'm like, yes, it's Friday, and then that knocks off another week when it does hit Friday. Or, you know, it just, certain things you just have to, even if it's little things, like, say you get paid or something and you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go shopping on this day, and, you know, you're like, yes, I get to go shopping today. You have to give yourself little things to look forward to, so you can, like, I don't know, so you can get through it easier. And another thing that helps me get through it is, you know, you have to think about how much it's gonna change both of you guys, and how much it's gonna bring you guys closer at the end. So it might be separating you now, but it'll bring you like 1,000 years closer than you were before. Like, I can't even explain the bond that you're gonna have, and, you know, the understanding that you're gonna have after it's done with. And I'm not even sure of it yet, because it's not done yet, obviously, but I can already see what's happening, and it's only been 2 weeks. So and I'm not saying it gets easy as soon as you get the first letter, and I'm not saying it's easy now, but it's, with each day it gets easier, because, you know, that's one day closer looking to seeing them, and, you know, you look forward to that kind of thing. So basically, just stay positive. You know, if they do write you letters, and, you know, if you are getting letters that are discouraging and stuff, just, you know, try and be upbeat and positive. I mean, that's the stance I'm taking on it. Some family members that he has are taking a more, like, motivational push kind of stand on it, but I'm taking the, you know, I start every letter with, I miss you, I love you. Like, this is, you know, I say in every single letter, this was the best decision you could have made, and I'm so proud of you for it. And, you know, I'm gonna be here waiting for you. I will be there graduation day. I promise you. Like, everything is the exact way you left it, and everything is gonna be the same when you get back. You know, everything will be the exact same way you left it. Nothing's gonna change. No one's gonna, you know, I cannot explain how worth it is. And I didn't think that before. I was kind of ignorant to the whole idea of the military, because I didn't know. I was like, no, it's too long, I don't want to do that. But you have to understand how good it is, and I've said that like 30,000 times, and I'm just going to stop now, because you can't understand until you go through it. But when you do, and if you've gone through it, or if, you know, you have any tips and stuff, and you've already been past all this and you want to let me know some tips, please do that, because that would be lovely. But if you have any questions or anything, like, about anything at all, you know, you guys can just always ask me. I don't care at all. I'm not, you know, what? Okay, I'm babbling. Anyways, but yeah, military, Good choice. Always a good choice. You can never go wrong with the military, no matter what branch it is, and all branches deserve the same amount of respect. They all do, they all serve our country. So, thank you. If you are watching this and you are serving our country right now, or you have, or anything. So, I will talk to you guys next week, and I will let you know on my 11-week update.